Good morning, sunshines, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you being here. I hope that if you're not subscribed, you'll go down below, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell next to it. Give this video a big thumbs up for me and go down below and leave a comment. It really means a lot to me. It helps out my channel, lets YouTube know that you enjoy seeing my content, and I like interacting with you guys, getting to know you guys. So make sure and leave a comment. Today's video is my weekly Get Ready With Me Wednesday that I do with my girl Kat from Florida. Just want to say hi, Kat. Thank you for doing another week with me. We have been doing this, in case you're new, we have been doing this for, I want to say, pretty close to a year now. It's coming up on a year. I just can't remember if it was February. I'll have to go look back at my videos, but yeah, we're getting close. We'll have to do like a special year anniversary for Get Ready With Me Wednesday. But today's video, I am going to use my ABH Norvina Collection Volume 1 mini palette that I got in my January BizyBeauty PR box. I have used this one other time and I really like it, so we're going to try and do something with it today. Stick around. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So before we go ahead and get into this video, let me tell you what I got on my base, because I did that to save time, of course. I used my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I really like this. Ah, I just dropped it. I think it feels good on my under eyes, and I don't think I have any, like, I don't know. I've been liking it, so I've been using it a little more recently. I like this number 7 foundation that I got from Reed's Beauty Trip, Tara. She sent this to me in my friend mail, and I love this foundation. Just saying. Then for my brows, I used my Makeup Revolution brow palette that I got from Flawed and Fabulous, Stacy, my girl Stacy. I'm getting better, I think. I really am. Yay me. Then for my powder, I used this Cover FX palette that I got in my PR box as well as the ABH palette. I used this powder. It's just finishing powder is what it says. I used that for my entire face. And then I used contour to do the bronzing. And then I used the blush for my cheeks. What do you guys think? I like it. I don't think it looks too bad. Right, now let's get into this palette. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? Yeah, huh? So, what do we want to do today? I'm going to go in with this red right here. And they just have, I guess it's B1. It's A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. And I think this is C1, C2, C3. Pretty easy. So we're going to go into B1 and we're going to put that in the crease. I'm going to use this bling brush. I think it's E12, I want to say. And we're dipping into that color. Tap it off a little bit and I'm just going to push it into the crease here. So not much has been going on with my week, but we did talk about doing story times. So what story time do we want to do today? I guess I could talk about my parents and how they met. My dad was a jet mechanic for the Marines. And he was stationed in California. I want to say maybe, if I'm figuring out the timeline correctly, I would say it probably would have been maybe 69, 70, 68, between 68 and 1968 and 1970. And he had to have like a procedure or something done, and he was in the hospital, and there was a nurse, one of his nurses, was a friend of my mom's. Somehow they knew each other. Anyways, I can't, from my mom's side, from what I remember her telling me, it was her best friend that worked at the hospital. But then my dad said it was somebody else that was somehow associated with my mom. But anyways, long story longer, let's try and keep this under enough time so I can get the whole story in. So anyways, she asked my mom if she would go up to the hospital and visit this guy that was in there, that was in the Marines, and he didn't have any family, and he was in the hospital, and he was alone. So my mom went up to the hospital to visit him, and, well, I guess that's when they say that was that. They started dating, and the kicker is my mom was actually 7 months pregnant at the time. Obviously, the father didn't stick around, but my dad and her still started dating. They did get married pretty quickly. My dad told me this story that the first time they went out on a date, he went to pick her up. Well, she picked him up because he didn't have a license or a car. And when she picked him up, I'm going to go into this A1 color up here to just kind of blend into this pink that I just laid. She went, God, I'm getting tongue-tied. She went to pick him up for their first date, and she wanted him to drive, and he's like, I don't drive. And anyways, needless to say, on their first date, he got in an accident in my mom's car. He like backed up into a fence or something like that. Pretty hilarious. So, obviously, I have an older sister. My dad, from what I've been told, I can only say what I know from my knowledge. There might be things that I don't know that wasn't passed on correctly to me. But from my understanding, my dad didn't think that he could raise a child that wasn't his. So my mom gave my sister up for adoption. This was a secret for a very long time. At least from me and my sisters. A lot of other people knew. Now, what color do we want to go with? I think we're going to do the lid first. So I'm going to go in with this middle shade right here. And that was, I want to say, okay, let me get into the story again. That was 1969, because that's when my sister was born, was 1969. I didn't come till 3 years later. And then I have two younger sisters, Brandy and Missy. Same mom, same dad. So I have my older sister, Michelle, and I have my two younger sisters, Brandy and Missy. We moved around a lot when I was growing up between California and Maryland, because my dad, born and raised in Maryland, my mom, born and raised in California. My mom's parents didn't like my dad very much. Well, didn't like him at all, really. My parents were married for 13 years when they got divorced. Because I think it was around 12 or 13 years, because I think they got married in 69. I was born in 73, and they got divorced when I was like 9. So between 12 and 13 years. My mom was bipolar manic depressive. So she used to have breakdowns a lot. And my dad actually, from what I've been told, had to like leave the military a couple times during their marriage, because she would have a breakdown and he would have to come home. And so that went on for a lot of years. And I think that, and my dad's, well, an alcoholic, because he's drank every day my entire life that I can think of. So he drank a lot. She was bipolar. Great mixture. So when I was 9 years old, I remember my mom coming into my room crying, saying, "Your dad left." So yeah, that was not a fun time at all. Now I think we're going to go out in the corner. And it's hard when you're little, because I had to be like after my parents divorced, I was kind of like a mom. And then we lived with my mom. I'm just going to take this C3 color right here and put this on the outer V. I was like the little mom when all this stuff happened, and my mom ended up having a breakdown. They called her mom, my grandma, to come help her. I'm really not sure, but either way, somehow my grandma from California came out when my mom had a nervous breakdown because she was in the hospital. And I don't know how all of this went down, but me and my sisters ended up in a foster care. I don't know where my dad was in all of this. We ended up in foster care for a night. My grandma came and got us, and my mom somehow too, because we ended up going to California. My mom was in the hospital, and we lived with my grandma and my grandpa at the time. My grandpa got real sick. From what I know, he got sick. So my grandma couldn't handle caring for him and caring for us. So my mom's brother came and picked us up one day and took us to the police station. I remember this day very clearly. He took us to the police station to drop us off. I don't remember knowing what was going on. I just remember he left us at the police station, and then the police took us to a I don't know what kind of place it is, but it's like there was like a bunch of kids there, like tons of kids. And we had to share, like I remember they had these little cubicles set up with a nightstand in the middle and 2 single beds on each side. So you had to share a room, a little room with somebody. And I remember getting there, and I remember them making us take showers, and they stood out there and waited for us. It was like not like a foster home, but like a group home. It was a group home. And we were there. Me and Brandy got to be together, but Missy was separated from us because she was only 3 years old. So she was in with like the babies. And I remember one day me and my sister were, I think it was like a recess type thing or something like that. We were outside, and we were at this gate. There was this fence, and we could actually see through it, and we got to see my little sister, and that was the only time the entire time we were there we got to see her. We were there for like about a month. My dad, I don't know how it all went down, like I said, but somehow my dad found out where we were, and my dad was trying to get us, and there was all this stuff. So he went to the papers back east, and he got airline tickets from I can't remember, was it United? I think United, and he got free hotel to come out here. It took about 30 days for him to get all the money and figure everything out, and he flew out and came and got us. It was an awful place. It was an awful place. I do not wish that on anyone. And I feel bad for any kids that have to be in there, because it just wasn't a very warm, it was a very cold, very sad place. There wasn't anything really happy about it, and it's really sad. People need to like turn that around and make those group homes more happy, more, I mean, no wonder kids want to run away from places like that. I knew a girl that ran away from that place. I don't remember it like great, but I remember it. But anyways, my dad was able to come and get us and take us back to Maryland. And we stayed with my grandparents for about 3 months until my dad could figure things out and get a place for us and everything like that. And at the time, he was with my stepmom, Gloria, who was the woman that he actually was with when my parents first got separated. So anyways, that's the first story time. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? But I don't know if you guys have any questions or want to know something about it. You can go down below, leave a comment down below, and I can write those down and hit on that on my next Get Ready With Me Wednesday story time that I do with Kat. So I'm going to get off and I'm going to finish the rest of my face because this is at 15 minutes and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey guys, I'm back. So I just finished up my makeup. I used this color, this color and this color on the bottom lash line. I just used this very lightly, just right out here on the outer. I used this Handian, this really light blue gel liner that I got in my PR box. I used that in the bottom waterline. I need to use these a little more because I'm not real sure about them, and this is the only one I've used and it's pretty light, but you can definitely see it in the waterline. But I just thought it would be a nice light color to try today with this look. I used my KVD Cake Pencil for my upper waterline. I used my Laura Geller Lash Primer in black and my Essence Lash Princess on my lashes, as I always do because I love them. What else did I do? I think that's it, except for this lip liner, which I'm pretty sure I got this from Wish, as I've said before in my videos. And then I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs lip gloss that I got in my PR box this month as well. And I'm just going to put it over this pink. It's not very smooth application. Like when I'm putting it on with this, it kind of feels, I don't want to say sticky, just not real. It doesn't glide on real smooth. It's like got a little bit of a grab to it, kind of like it's a sticky feeling, but it's not sticky. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting from it anyway. How's that look? It's really pretty, I think, with this lip liner. I don't think I would wear it by itself. I think I need a lip liner with it. That's just my thoughts. I really enjoy this palette. I've used it, I think this is my second, it might be my second time that I've used this, and I really love it. The colors are amazing. I think this would be a really pretty Valentine's Day look. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ColourPop, and I'm going to put a star stamp. We'll do a couple of them. I love these stamps. Anyways, I think that was it. I think that was it, you guys. What do you guys think of the look? Let me know down below in the comments. What do you think of the story time? I know it's probably, there's not a possibility for me to fit everything into this video, so there's more to come. We'll figure out how to work this all out. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully it wasn't too all over the place. Kat, thank you again for doing another Get Ready With Me Wednesday. I appreciate you wanting to do these with me every week. I love you so much. And I can't wait to see your video and your look and the palette that you used, and then be able to do this again next week, because I love it so much, and I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all the love and support you give to me. It truly means a lot to me that you want to watch my videos and that you want to hang out with me, and you know, it's really cool. And I had a lot of fun on Sunday at my premiere doing the What Would You Do thing, and I think I want to try and make it a weekly thing and go through, and I've already started doing some research on some questions. But oh, I almost forgot, I used this Champagne Toast body spray. I've been using this every day. I do switch it up though, because I have a lot of body sprays and I like all the different scents, so I do switch it up a lot. But I wanted to use this for a few days, and it smells really good. And I got this in my PR box too. So make sure you guys go check out Busy Beauty Store, because you could get all kinds of stuff like this in a box curated for you. You know what I mean? These liners, this face palette. You know, I got a lot of cool stuff, and you could have it too. So go check her out. You might find something that you like. You never know until you try. So go check out Busy Beauty Store. She's always linked down below. Just watch her IG. See the things that she posts. You might find something interesting that you're going to want to snatch up. All you have to do is message her on IG as well if you want to get a box curated for yourself, for a friend, for a family member, whatever. Anyways, I'm rambling on, you guys. I love you all so much. I'm going to let you go. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day you're watching this. I hope to see you in my next video. Love you, Kat. See you next week. Bye, guys.